$100 billion worth of Chinese goods. It goes into effect at midnight tonight.
The same day Democrats in the House voted to hold Attorney General William Barr in contempt, Republicans on the Senate Intelligence Committee have subpoenaed Donald Trump Jr. They want him to answer more questions about Russian interference in the 2016 election. Acting White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney tells CBS's The Takeout podcast,
I have no difficulty with bipartisanship, but to subpoena the President of the United States' son and not at least get a heads up, I thought was, let's say, bad form.
At a campaign rally in Florida last night, the president told supporters it's time to move on from the Russia investigation. Pope Francis has issued a groundbreaking new law to combat sex abuse in the church. It requires all Catholic priests and nuns to report clergy abuse and cover up to their superiors and church authorities. Consumer advocates want the government to investigate Alexa's smart speaker for kids. Live to CBS's Peter King.
Well, the Echo Dot Kids edition may be fun.
Alexa, can you talk like a pirate?
Well, shiver me timbers.
And privacy advocates say its memory is good. Too good. Even after parents try to delete a conversation, it still remembers it. Now a coalition of groups says it's a violation of privacy in a federal Children's Online Privacy Act. They've complained to the FTC. Amazon says it is compliant, but the groups say their evidence shows otherwise. Deborah?
The BBC has fired a broadcaster for posting about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's newborn son, Archie. CBS's Vicky Barker in London.
The now deleted tweet showed a couple holding hands with a chimpanzee with the caption, "Royal baby leaves hospital." The broadcaster, Danny Baker, insisting it never occurred to him the image might be considered racist.
Markle is the first biracial and American member of the British royal family. Harry's back at work at The Hague, launching the Invictus Games for wounded military personnel. S&P futures down 18. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
At Indeed, we believe a resume is a great way to see an overview of a candidate. But you're not hiring a resume, you're hiring a person. That's why Indeed offers tools that help bridge the gap between a candidate and the resume. Like skill tests, which let you actually see a candidate's abilities in action to make sure they're a good fit for the job. See beyond the resume with Indeed. Experience Indeed for yourself today and get a free sponsored job upgrade on your first posting at Indeed.com/promo. Terms and conditions apply.
Want to know my secret to make a great-looking lawn last even longer?
All it takes is a second feeding of Scott's Turf Builder Lawn Food. With a simple second feeding, your lush lawn is here to stay. Because a second feeding of Scott's reinvigorates lawns by providing nutrients, which helps prevent browning and withering as the weather warms.
My green grass isn't going anywhere.
This is a Scott's Yard. Pick up Scott's Turf Builder Lawn Food today.
The Piano Man is now a septuagenarian.
Happy birthday, Billy. Self-effacing Piano Man, 70 years old today. As has become his custom, he'll celebrate at New York's Madison Square Garden, where he has done more solo shows than anyone at his 100th MSG show last year.
Pretty crazy, beyond my wildest expectations.
The best birthday present he could give his many fans, Billy Joel says he has no plans to retire. Jim Taylor, CBS News.
NBA great Shaquille O'Neal is helping to fill some pretty big shoes. After hearing about a 13-year-old boy who wears a size 18 but had no money for a new pair, Shaq, a size 22 himself, bought Zach Keith 10 pairs of shoes from a store in Atlanta. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
If you need anything from a simple home repair to a major remodel, you need to know about Home Advisor. It's a totally free service that instantly connects you with top local service pros.
Home Advisor is a very easy way to find a home contractor, and for me, it's the only way.
You can use Home Advisor for everything. Your house cleaning, your painting.
Electricians, plumbers, handymen. We've had nothing but fabulous every single time.
Just select the type of work you need done, and Home Advisor's Pro Finder technology instantly finds top pros in your area. You can read customer reviews of the pros Even use their cost guide to find out what hundreds of other repair and improvement projects cost in your area.
I think everybody should use HomeAdvisor. In fact, I tell everybody to use HomeAdvisor.
HomeAdvisor is a total solution to any type of work you would ever want to do around your house.
And best of all, it's completely free. Go to HomeAdvisor.com or download the free app.
HomeAdvisor. Right now, you can enjoy a small Frosty at Wendy's for only 50 cents. Chocolate or vanilla, either way, it's just 50 cents. Hurry into Wendy's and treat yourself to one today at a participating Wendy's for a limited time. Glasgow consists of over 8,000 homes and businesses, with a power and broadband grid consisting of 11,452 poles and 1,437 miles of electric and cable lines that are all powered by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. The Glasgow EPB also has 5,700 cable modems across Glasgow, providing customers with high-speed internet access. The Glasgow EPB manages all of these great services with a staff of less than 50 people that are dedicated to connecting Glasgow to the future. Stay up to date with the Glasgow EPB today on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on GlasgowEPB.net.
Mommy, I don't feel good.
Those are words a parent never wants to hear, but don't worry, I'm here to help when you do. This is nurse practitioner Brittany Jackson with Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic. Cold and flu season can be scary and intimidating unless you have a plan. Be sure to wash your hands, drink water, eat well, and get plenty of rest. But when that doesn't work, or when your kid picks up the latest bug tearing through their class, Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic is here to help. We offer same-day appointments for sick visits, and we make sure that we are up to date on the latest treatments to guide you through whatever hits you or your family. Many times, quick response can head off the worst of the symptoms, so put Jackson Health and Wellness Clinic on your speed dial and let us get you feeling better faster. 270-629-6722. Remember our new location right across from TJ Sampson Hospital at 1214B North Race Street. Together, we can keep you on the path to good health.
Call my mama. She will make you all better. 270-629-6722.
Depend on WCLU local news. Online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning, everybody. Waking up at 7 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour. Pretty warm start to the day, too. I'm going to tell you, we have about, 73 degrees on the thermometer this morning. Ray Stajic says that we're going to be messing around with some potential for rain today. We'll just kind of have to wait around and see about that, but we'll talk about that just in a moment with Ray. We're going to talk about the birthdays for today. Happy birthday today to Chris M. Randall. Wayne Mock. Jay Garner has a birthday today. It is Faye Branham who is celebrating today as well. We have Jacob Crane. Jacob is 21 today, and Jacob's twin sister Sarah Fox, of course, is 21 today as well. We have Luke Pierce on the list. Luke is 14 today. What about that? Congratulations to all of our honorees thus far on this 9th day of May here on WCLU. We got others coming in. We'll be sharing those here just in a few minutes, but we need to make sure you know how to dress, how to deal with the day today. It's a little bit on the windy side out there. It kind of feels like rain. We're going to check in with Ray Stajic and understand exactly where we're going with this weather today, Ray.
Rain chances getting ramped up. Looks like we'll get thunderstorms in this afternoon and maybe even a few in here this morning. Those rain chances and thunderstorm chances, I think a little bit better in the second part of the morning and into the afternoon. Right now this morning, just seeing some isolated stuff around. But with some of those storms, we could have some strong winds and even the potential for some hail. The risk for tornadoes is pretty low. Some of us actually in the slight risk for severe storms, so it's not all that high, the risk for severe storms. Either way, looks like some damp haven out there, especially second part of the morning and into the afternoon, 74. Thunderstorms early tonight, 61. Cloudy Friday, but dry near 70. And the showers come back later Friday night with some showers and thunderstorms around on Saturday, especially in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 60s, and then some morning showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. So Mother's Day in the afternoon actually looks pretty good with highs in the upper 60s. Dry weather returning early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Okay, let's look at the WCLU constant coverage and studio radar screen this morning. We really have, for all that it feels like rain out there, there's not much return on the radar screen at all as far as moisture.
A light shower, let's see, let me count it off here, on the Metcalf-Adair County line. If you're driving out of the Louisville-Cumberland Parkway, just about when you cross into Adair County, you're going to have a little rain shower activity over there. Really nothing else on the radar screen this morning. Most of the rain's down in southwest Tennessee right now, but we'll see that pick up. Current conditions, the barometer is at 29.86. The winds are out of the south at around, out of the south at 9 miles an hour, gusting at times to 16 miles an hour. 71% humidity, no precip as of yet in the rain gauge. 73 degrees now at WCLU. And Brendan Crane will have our first check of local news right after this.
BG Tire is way more than just tires, though they are the perfect fit for your new tires using your tax refund. Plus, they're your full-service tire and automotive center. They offer pickup and drop-off service to your home or business to save you time. Alignments, oil changes, and brake work, BG Tire does it all, including emergency roadside assistance 24 hours a day. Put your faith in the company that Bowling Green and Glasgow have trusted for over 4 generations. BG Tire, across from BG Home Furnishings on Lovers Lane in Bowling Green.
You're sick and your doctor's office just closed. You injured your finger working in the yard and it's Saturday afternoon. Where do you go? Well, TJ Sampson has 3 choices for you when these and other similar situations occur.
The clinic at Walmart can help with.
TJ Urgent Care at the Pavilion can help with.
And when it's...
Grandpa, are you okay?
You might want to try the emergency department at TJ Sampson Community Hospital.
TJ Sampson Community Hospital. Your community, your hospital.
Have you considered what your retirement looks like? Here are some things about retirement that may surprise you. 64% of retirees say they are confident about having enough money to live comfortably throughout their retirement years. Yet according to the Economic Policy Institute, nearly half of families have no retirement account savings at all. In 2017, more than 67% of retirees depended on Social Security as a major source of their income. The average monthly Social Security benefit at the beginning of 2018 was $1,404. Due to health care costs associated with living longer, 26% of workers now intend to keep working until age 70 and beyond, and 10% don't intend to retire at all. The 65 and older group is expected to become larger and have more influence in the future. Have you made arrangements for health care? Are you comfortable with your investment decisions? If you are unsure about your decisions, give the Fouch Wealth Advisory Group, Sam Dickinson or Brian Basinger a call at 270-651-2663. Investment counseling since 1854. Securities offered by JJB Hillier W. Alliance LLC. Member NYSE, SIPC, and FINRA. Investing in securities involves risks.
For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. The chief of Cave City Police has been fired. According to a press release from Cave City Mayor Dwayne Hatcher, Terrell Riley has been terminated as police chief. In a letter dated May 3rd, Hatcher states his termination is due to unsatisfactory performance of duties and hindrance of performance of city functions. According to Mayor Hatcher, in another letter dated January 8th, 2019, he had instructed Riley to perform 10 mandatory functions. Those functions included attending mandatory supervisory training within 90 days and continue to take updated courses as available, notify the mayor prior to being unavailable for a period of more than 24 hours, provide a set of work schedule to include Riley or Captain Butler to be available during normal business hours, and indicate the hours of Riley's schedule on the provided work schedule, notify the mayor immediately of all major felonies, accidents, or injuries that are officer involved, notify the mayor of all disciplinary actions for any officer, notify the mayor and proper supervisor of any arrest or citation of any city employee. Per the city attorney, all personal files shall be presented to the city clerk, who is the custodian of all records. Make every attempt to have 2 officers on duty at all times. Attend public functions as requested and develop programs to improve public relations with local residents. And require all officers to wear their bulletproof vests. Mayor Hatcher states in the termination letter, after 4 months, Riley continued to refuse or failed to perform a majority of those functions. In addition, Hatcher asked Riley to turn in all city-owned equipment he has in his possession. A death investigation is underway after police say they were called to a home in Allen County late Tuesday evening. KSP Post 3 Dispatch say they received a call for service from Allen County Dispatch requesting assistance with a death investigation that occurred at 151 Stinson Lane near the Tennessee state line. According to a news release, when Allen County deputies responded to the address, they located a deceased male in a yard near the driveway of the home. Preliminary investigation has revealed Justin A. Wicks, 47, was outside his residence when he was shot multiple times. Wicks was pronounced deceased on scene by the Allen County Coroner's Office. Kentucky State Police advises anyone with any information concerning the death of Wicks to contact Detective Jonathan Johnson with KSP Post 3 at 270-782-2010. The ongoing investigation is being led by Detective Johnson. No further information is available at this time, according to authorities. On Monday, the Kentucky State Police Electronic Crime Branch arrested Reed E. Benningfield, 34, on charges relating to promoting a minor under 16 in a sexual performance. Benningfield was arrested as a result of an anonymous tip to the KSP Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. The KSP Electronic Crime Branch began the investigation after discovering the suspect had successfully installed a video recording device to capture a female child in the shower. The investigation resulted in the execution of a search warrant at a residence in Campbellsville on May 6th. Equipment used to facilitate the crime was seized and taken to KSP's forensic laboratory for examination. The investigation is ongoing. Benningfield is currently charged with 3 counts of promoting a minor under 16 in a sexual performance. Each charge is a Class B felony, punishable by 10 to 20 years in prison. He was lodged in the Taylor County Detention Center. On Sunday at approximately 7:59 in the evening, Kentucky State Police Post 15 was notified that officers with Campbellsville Police Department were in pursuit of a 2010 Chevy Impala operated by LaRonda Perez of Campbellsville. Perez had active arrest warrants against her, according to police. The pursuit reached speeds in excess of 100 miles per hour as Perez crossed into LaRue County on 31E toward Hodgenville. She later lost control of the vehicle in a curve near a Save-A-Lot store. Perez was arrested and charged with speeding 26 miles per hour over the limit, fleeing or evading police, first-degree motor vehicle, wanton endangerment, first police officer, DUI, second-degree, aggravating circumstance, reckless driving, improper passing, failure to wear seatbelts, and failure to produce insurance card. Perez was lodged in the Taylor County Detention Center. On this morning's 911 activity report, on Windmere Way and Edmonton Road, there was a vehicle fire yesterday around 2:30 in the afternoon. And last night at 8:14 in the evening on Aberdeen Drive, there was a fire at Federal Mogul. The Glasgow Fire Department responded. To kick off the second annual Summer Shade Founders Day on Saturday, May 11th, join Dell and Chris, owners of Summer Shade Antiques and Recycling, located at 2580 Summer Shade Road, for a ribbon cutting. The facility was fondly known as Frank McMurtry's Garage for many years. Dell and Chris have a variety of unique antiques and will accept any metal for recycling. At the ribbon cutting, Dell and Chris will have free T-shirts and serve free hot dogs and drinks. It's 6:18, 73 degrees. We'll be right back for more local news.
At U.S. Bank, just picture what you can do at a low home equity rate. Cook up a new kitchen, say I.D. to the perfect wedding. If you can picture it, you can do it with a U.S. Bank home equity line of credit. Apply today at your local U.S. Bank. Visit usbank.com. Go ahead, bring your dreams to life. You've got the strength of U.S. Bank behind you. All of us serving you. U.S. Bank member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Come check out Houchin's IGA's Buy 8, Save $8 sale. Mix and match 8 participating items and get $8 off your total purchase. Pick up select 5 to 8 ounce craft shreds, chunks, cracker cuts, or crumbles, only $1.69. 32 ounce Heinz ketchup for just $1.99. And 10.7 to 12 ounce craft singles, only $1.99. All of these and many more when you buy any 8 participating items during the Houchin's IGA Buy 8, Save $8 sale.
Ruby red and picked at the peak of freshness. We eat them in cereal, by themselves, on top of ice cream. We bake them, dip them in chocolate, and eat them right out of the box. Get the first local-grown strawberries of the season right now at Dennison's Roadside Market. Dennison's is located at 5824 South Jackson Highway in Horse Cave. Flowers, containers, bedding plants, trees, fresh fruits and vegetables, Kenny's cheese, Penn's ham, and a variety of jams and jellies, all available right now at Dennison's Roadside Market. But right now at Dennison's, the spotlight is on those beautiful strawberries. Dennison's Roadside Market. Phone 270-786-1663.
Dennison's Roadside Market. Open 8 till 5, Monday through Saturday, noon till 5 on Sunday. We're a Kentucky proud vendor. We're Dennison's Roadside Market.
In more news this hour, a Kentucky police officer is accused of driving under the influence in a city police car. 30-year-old Lexington police officer Jeffrey Burden was relieved of his sworn duties and transferred to an administrative assignment while the case is investigated. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports Cynthiana Police in Harrison County received a reckless driving complaint Tuesday morning involving a Lexington police cruiser that was failing to stay in its lane. An arrest citation says the cruiser reportedly nearly struck several signs. Police say Burden's cruiser entered a gas station and struck a red pole protecting the gas pumps. The arrest citation says Burden admitted he was taking hydrocodone for back pain. He has been with the department since 2015. Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin has sent a letter to state lawmakers to try to build support for his pension bill that he hopes to have considered in a special legislative session. The Republican governor's letter Wednesday comes 2 days after some top GOP lawmakers say Bevin lacks the votes to push his bill through the legislature. Bevin's letter sets out, quote, the gravity of the pension crisis and says his administration has drafted a proposal that meets Kentucky's legal parameters and is consistent with past legislation that won overwhelming legislative support. The governor says he's prepared to convene the special session as soon as enough lawmakers indicate they're prepared to take action. Bevin and lawmakers are trying to head off a spike in pension costs on July 1st for regional universities as well as many quasi-governmental agencies. After Adam Edlin went on the attack, rival Andy Beshear is pushing back as Kentucky's Democratic primary for governor enters a feister phase. In new ads, Beshear says any Democratic infighting benefits Republicans. Beshear's response follows ads in recent days by Edlin and a pro-Edlin group slamming Beshear for a scandal that enveloped his former top deputy. The attacks also try to link Beshear to the maker of OxyContin. Beshear's campaign responded Wednesday with its own ads, calling the attacks shameful and false, saying they resemble something out of the GOP playbook. A third prominent Democrat in the race, House Minority Floor Leader Rocky Adkins, has strayed out of the fray with less than 2 weeks before the May 21st primary election. Dozens of retired coal miners visited lawmakers in Washington to call for legislative action to preserve the pensions of about 87,000 retirees and another 20,000 working miners. United Mine Workers of America President Cecil Roberts says the 2008 recession and mining company bankruptcies have endangered the miners' pensions plan. Established in 1974, he says those two factors have drained about $6 billion from the fund. Several federal lawmakers, including West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin, joined the miners for a news conference near the Capitol Wednesday. Manchin has introduced a bill that would transfer money from the Abandoned Mine Land Fund to shore up the pension. The bill, introduced in January, hasn't moved out of the committee. Roberts says miners made the rounds on Capitol Hill, urging lawmakers to support the bill. And the lawyer for a Kentucky high school student who wasn't allowed to participate in school activities because he wasn't vaccinated for chickenpox says his client now has contracted the illness. Attorney Christopher Weist of Covington told the Kentucky Enquirer that 18-year-old Jerome Kunkel came down with chickenpox last week. Weist says Kunkel is fine and a little itchy. After an outbreak, students who weren't vaccinated were ordered to stay away from Our Lady of the Assumption Church School and activities. Kunkel sued the Northern Kentucky Health Department, claiming the vaccine is against his religious beliefs, and others joined. A judge last month denied the request to return to activities. Weiss said Tuesday about half his clients have contracted chickenpox since filing the case. He said he told parents that would be the quickest way to resolve the case. 623, 73 degrees. I'm Brennan Crane. Up next, we have the Scotty Report.
It's been another great week to be a Scotty. Congratulations to the GHS academic team. Mason Reed, Parker Bannister, Daniel Dill, and Cade Bishop won Glasgow's third consecutive Small School National Championship in Quiz Bowl for the traditional public schools this weekend by finishing 17-1 against 80 teams from across the U.S. The B and C team also had lots of success as the B team finished 17th and the C team 35th. Mason Reed and Caleb West were also named to the All-Star team for their individual performances. Way to go, Scotties! Attention juniors, it's time to bring in drinks for after prom. Junior boys, bring bottled water, and junior girls, please bring in packs of Gatorade or Powerade. Prom tickets will go on sale next week. Please be sure that you have all fees paid so that you can reserve your tickets. Permission forms will be available in the cafeteria today at lunch. Seniors, the ice cream social at Glasgow Baptist is today right after school. Check the senior calendar for more info. Juniors, we are now accepting the class of 2020 senior officer applications. Check the school website or see your English teacher for the application. Elections will be held at a later date. See Ms. Fye if you have any questions. Good luck to all of our Scotty athletes as they compete this weekend. The Scotty baseball team will visit Cumberland County tonight, Somerset Friday, and host Franklin Simpson on Saturday. The Ladies Scotty softball team will host Edmonson County today with the game time starting at 5:30. Also, this week will be my last Scotty report. Next week and next year, my friend Matthew Trigg will take over. I would like to thank WCLU and GHS for letting me do the Scotty report for the last several years. So for one last time, this has been McKay Bowles for this week's Scotty report. Shine on, Scotties, and stay true to the blue.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
How prepared is Kentucky for a disaster? According to a new national study, there's room for improvement.
Kentucky scored a 6.7 on the 2019 National Health Security Preparedness Index, putting it on par with the national average. Dr. Glenn Mays leads a team of researchers at the University of Kentucky who manage the index.
Kentucky has always had real strengths and continues to improve in the area of what's called incident management and information management. And basically there we're measuring the ability of the state to really manage the acute phases of a disaster.
The scores indicate the ability to protect the health security of Americans from incidents like newly emerging infectious diseases, terrorism, and extreme weather conditions at the state and national levels. I'm Suzanne Duval.
Governor Matt Bevin seeking lawmakers' support for his pension bill. He sent a 3-page letter to all state legislators yesterday in an attempt to ease their concerns and to warn of the serious consequences of inaction. The bill would give relief to regional universities, local health departments, and other agencies that face a spike in pension costs on July 1st. Not enough lawmakers support the bill yet for it to pass. The University of Kentucky officials proposing an increase on in-state tuition in the fall. A budget proposal released yesterday by President Eli Capilouto outlines the nearly 2.5% undergraduate tuition hike. The proposal also includes a merit pool raise for non-UK healthcare faculty and staff and a $3 increase in monthly parking fees for some parking spaces. I'm Jerry Bloom.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
South Central Kentucky Monuments would like to use this time to reflect on the many men and women who have given the ultimate sacrifice for our country. As Memorial Day approaches, you can continue to honor our veterans by going to the cemetery and decorating and cleaning up the gravesite of our brave soldiers. After all, it was first known as Decoration Day. So from my friends David and Adam Jesse at South Central Kentucky Monuments, thank you to all veterans, both past and present, for the freedoms we enjoy today.
628 WCLU and 73 degrees. In area funeral announcements this hour, Ruby Zula England, 87, of Cave City, died Monday at her home. She was a member of the Grider Memorial Baptist Church in Glasgow and retired as a lunchroom office assistant from Watson Lane Elementary School at Valley Station. Survivors include a son and daughter-in-law, Chris and Lori England of Shelbyville, daughter-in-law, Christy England of Bon Air, a brother, J.D. McKinney of Breeding, 3 sisters, Betty Bean, Pat Phipps, and Phyllis Burris, all of Columbia, 4 grandchildren, Matthew, Kim, Christopher, and Justin England, and a great-grandchild, Jonathan Ernest. Funeral services for Ruby Zula England will be at 1 Saturday at Grissom Martin Funeral Home, burial in the Fudge Cemetery at Breeding, visitation after 4 Friday afternoon. Sandra K. Aller Bagshaw, 55, of Brownsville, died Tuesday at her home. She was a homemaker and a member of the Cedar Grove Baptist Church at Franklin. She is survived by her father, Ernest R. Higgs of Franklin, her husband, David Bagshaw, 3 sons, Timothy Parker of Eddyville, Alan Stevens of Ellijay, Georgia, and Andrew Bagshaw of Cave City. 7 daughters, Erin Milton, Shauna Gross, and Margaret Aller, all of Brownsville, Donna Stevens of North Carolina, Felicia Bagshaw of Morgantown, Jamie Aller of Russellville, and Courtney Basham of Litchfield. 3 brothers, Carl Spivey and Terry and Jesse Higgs. 4 sisters, Candida and Mary Ann Higgs, Kimberly Higgs Rayner, and Debbie Higgs, and 14 grandchildren and 1 great-grandson. Funeral services for Sandra K. Aller Bagshaw will be today at 2 at Grayville Funeral Home. Expressions of sympathy can take the form of contributions to help pay funeral expenses. Sandra K. Huff Lindsay, age 57, of Big Reedy, died Tuesday at the medical center at Bowling Green. She was a registered medical assistant at Graves Gilbert Clinic and a member of the Edmonson County FFA. She was a daughter of Bayard Huff and Carol Milam Huff of Big Reedy, who survived. Surviving in addition to her parents are her husband, Bruce Lindsay, a daughter, Denise Stice of Big Reedy, a son, Matthew Lindsay of Big Reedy, a sister, Rhonda Coron of Sugar Grove, a brother, Ronnie Huff of Big Reedy, and two grandsons, Caleb and Joshua Stice. Services for Sandra K. Huff Lindsay will be at 11 o'clock on Saturday morning at the Big Reedy Church of Christ. Burial will follow in the church cemetery. Visitation will be from 10 until 8 Friday and after 9 o'clock Saturday at Grayville Funeral Home. Alex Edward Gross, age 86, of Edmonton, died Tuesday at Metcalf Healthcare. He is survived by two daughters, Diane Blythe of Edmonton and Darnell Bertram of Red Boiling Springs, Tennessee. Four sons, Eddie, Mark, and Neil Gross, all of Tompkinsville, and Billy Gross of Franklin. Three stepsons, William, Jerry, and Cecil Pennington of Tompkinsville. Four sisters, Edna, Katie, Maggie, and Catherine. 21 grandchildren, 24 great-grandchildren who survive as well. Service for Alex Edward Gross will be at 1 o'clock Friday at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home. Burial in the Old Mount Hermon Cemetery. Visitation will be Friday from 10 until 1 at Yoakley Tribble Funeral Home. David Wayne Etherton, age 60, of Fountain Run, died Monday at his residence. He was an employee of Scott Murphy and Daniel in Bowling Green. Survivors are his wife of 19 years, Deborah Jo Etherton, stepdaughter Jamie Britt, stepson Junior Henson, grandchildren Cody and Randy Joe Jackson, Elisa Britt, Charlie Matthews, Shay Glidewell, Harley Henson, and Destiny Fazzini. Great-grandchildren Shelby Nova Jackson, Chloe Mason, and Kaysen Glidewell, Zoe Henson, Vinny, and Nate Fazzini. Brothers Marvin and Joey Etherton. Services for David Wayne Etherton will be at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home on Saturday at 1 o'clock, with cremation to follow the service. Visitation will be Friday from 2 until 8 and on Saturday morning until time for service at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Billy W. Sanders, age 70, of Brownsville, died Tuesday at his residence with his family by his side. Billy retired from the Tennessee Valley Authority as a carpenter. He was a member of the Fairview United Baptist Church, where he led singing and was a former church clerk for many years. Billy was also a member of the Carpenters Union and a former insurance agent for Modern Woodman. He was married to his best friend and devoted wife of 53 years, Sue Sanders, who survives. Besides his loving wife, he leaves to honor his memory three daughters, Ann Sanders, Karen Brock, and Amanda Souders, all of Brownsville. Three brothers, Eddie and Kenny Sanders of Brownsville, and Jimmy Dean Sanders of Bee Spring. 13 grandchildren and 8 great-grandchildren. The funeral service for Billy W. Sanders will be at 2 o'clock Saturday at Fairview United Baptist Church. Interment to follow in the Fairview Church Cemetery. Visitation begins at 11 o'clock Friday at the Patton Funeral Home's Brownsville Chapel, and after 9 o'clock Saturday at the church. Memorial contributions can be made to the Alzheimer's Association or to Hospice Health of Barren River. Funeral services for Billy Warnell Alexander, age 83, of Brownsville, will be at 2 o'clock Friday at the Patton Funeral Home's Brownsville Chapel. Interment is to be in the Alexander Cemetery. Visitation begins at 11 o'clock today. Funeral services for Leslie Dale Hurley, age 20, of Horse Cave, will be at 2 o'clock today at the Bob Hunt Funeral Chapel. Burial to be in the Campground Cemetery. The service for Macri Abston Houchins, age 85, of Glasgow, will be today at 2 o'clock at Heisfield Cemetery. Arrangements entrusted to Hatcher and Sadler Funeral Home. Services for Billy H. Bull Scott, 78, of Burkesville, will be today at 2 at the Ballou and Stotts Funeral Home. Burial to be in the Burkesville Cemetery. Services for Ruby Nell Anderson, 82, of Glasgow, will be this morning at 11 o'clock at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial to be in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Services for Patricia Rose Garrett, 83, of Glasgow, will be this morning at 10 o'clock at St. Helens Catholic Church. Burial to follow in the Woodland United Baptist Church Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free online at WCLUradio.com. No login is necessary.
TJ Regional Health offers a vast array of medical services in our community. The TJ Health Pavilion is home to over 35 family and specialty physicians, Outpatient Services Center, the TJ Urgent Care, and the TJ Pavilion Pharmacy. The TJ Health Cave City Clinic is a walk-in medical care facility providing care Monday through Friday with no appointment necessary. Stop by and visit one of our locations today.
The area's #1 supplier of office products.
Extreme Prosthetics understands that when it comes to comfort and function, not all prosthetic devices are made the same. A properly fitted prosthesis can allow you to walk naturally without daily pain and discomfort. Extreme Prosthetics works with your physician and insurance company to help you get the comfort and function you deserve. Don't let your current discomfort and lack of mobility discourage you. Call the experts at Extreme Prosthetics today for a better, more comfortable life.
The only place you need to go for all of your automotive needs is Gilead.com. Log on to browse our entire inventory of nearly 400 new and pre-owned vehicles. Take a video test drive, see the Carfax Vehicle History Report, calculate payments, apply for financing, get an instant cash offer for your vehicle from Kelley Blue Book, and check out our sales, parts, and service specials. All this with just a click of a mouse.
Let's turn to local sports. Hopefully the rain will hold off. We can get some of these games in. But in high school softball today, Glasgow welcomes Edmonson County to American Legion Park. The first pitch scheduled for 5:30 this afternoon. Joe Myers and Bruce Tribune on the air for the broadcast at about 5:25 on WCLU 103.1 FM and 1490 AM and online at playwclu.com. In other softball action this afternoon, the Barron County Trojanettes host Franklin Simpson. Allen County Scottsville travels to Warren East. Monroe County visits Caverna, and Hart County goes to Metcalfe County. Baseball today, Glasgow plays at Cumberland County. Barron County is on the road at Edmonson County. Allen County Scottsville entertains LaRue County. Monroe County travels to Clinton County. Caverna goes to Greene County, and Metcalfe County plays at Adair County. That's the check of sports.
The Weather Channel brings you the latest forecast, sponsored by Southern States in Glasgow.
Southern States has been partnering with farmers since 1923, which is why so many farmers depend on Southern States season after season for fertilizers and chemicals, baler twine and hay supplies, fly minerals for beef cattle, and so much more. You need it? They have it at Southern States. And yes, they love helping gardeners with seed and supplies. Lots of folks get their propane tanks refilled for the summer season at Southern States. But did you realize they are your home for the world-famous Holland grills? Check them out today. You'll always feel taken care of when you depend on Southern States Glasgow Co-op on Sampson Street.
Rain chances getting ramped up. Looks like we'll get thunderstorms in this afternoon and maybe even a few in here this morning. Those rain chances and thunderstorm chances, I think a little bit better in the second part of the morning and into the afternoon. Right now this morning, just seen some isolated stuff around. But with some of those storms, we could have some strong winds and even the potential for some hail. The risk for tornadoes is pretty low. Some of us actually in the slight risk for severe storms, so it's not all that high, the risk for severe storms. Either way, looks like some damp pavement out there, especially second part of the morning and into the afternoon, 74. Thunderstorms early tonight, 61. Cloudy Friday, but dry near 70. And the showers come back later Friday night with some showers and thunderstorms around on Saturday, especially in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 60s, and then some morning showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. So Mother's Day in the afternoon actually looks pretty good with highs in the upper 60s. Dry weather returning early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick from a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
All right, Ray, 73 degrees. That's pretty warm for this time of the day. The current conditions, the barometer this morning is at 29.86. The winds are out of the south at 9. We've seen a couple of gusts up to 16 miles an hour this morning. Feels rainy out there, doesn't it? 71% humidity. Radar screen does not show a great deal of a great deal of activity going on anywhere here in the neighborhood. Let me zoom in just a little bit closer. Most of the rain activity is east of, it's east of Adair County now. Moved quickly over into Russell County this morning. That's pretty damp all the way into Monticello if you're headed east on the Louisville-Cumberland Parkway. It's smooth sailing north toward Louisville, and as you go into greater Nashville this morning, just a few sprinkles out on the north side of downtown Nashville, out about Springfield, Tennessee. That's all we see. Weather update brought to you by Southern States.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new Loaded Hash Round Bowl.
Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
A great big thank you to Ralphie's Fun Center. They make the birthdays possible. They make the birthdays fun. When you celebrate at Ralphie's, not just for birthdays, maybe a family reunion, maybe a retirement party, maybe just a place to take some folks and say, look what kind of fun stuff we have around here. That's what they do at Ralphie's Fun Center. Let me tell you about Miss Gina Kinsman. Gina Kinsman has a birthday today. Janet Holloway has a birthday today. Happy birthday to Miss Janet. Luke Pierce. Luke is 14 today. Sarah Fox is 21 today, and her twin brother, Jacob Crane, is 21 today, too. It's Faye Branham having a big birthday. It's Jay Garner, Wayne Mock, and we have Chris M. Randall with a birthday today. It's all birthdays so far. And the phone lines are open here at 651-9149-800-956-1023. Online, WCLUradio.com. Today we're patting Luke Pierce on the back by special request. Where's that nomination form? Luke is a good fella, fine young man, and had his 14th birthday today. And he represents 14 well. He's just a good fellow. We want to pat him on the back today. Let him know he's good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas. And we're going down memory lane right around the bend.
At Florida Atlantic University in Boca Raton, a professor had his class engage in a rather unusual activity. The class was told to take out a piece of paper, write the name Jesus in large letters on the paper, then put the paper on the floor and begin stomping on it. Sounds strange. One young man's conscience wouldn't allow him to do it, so he refused. He was kicked out of class and not allowed to return. The university took the professor's side and not the students. Now, you and I may never be asked to participate in such a strange assignment as this, but we will find ourselves challenged to stand up for Jesus. What are we willing to do? Jesus said in Matthew 10:32 and 33, that those that acknowledge him before men, he'll acknowledge before the Father. Will we stand up for Jesus? This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
I am loaded.
Are you crazy, chicken?
No, I'm loaded with sauteed mushrooms, bacon, green onions, and a blend of cheeses. And have you met my girlfriend, Hawaiian Chicken?
Aloha.
And this is my old buddy, the deluxe grilled chicken sandwich. He's big and bad on the outside, but tender on the inside with Swiss cheese and bacon strips.
Take your pick at Colton Steakhouse and Grill, serving Glasgow, Campbellsville, Radcliffe, and Bardstown. We know what's at stake. And chicken, too.
Indeed. 643. Let me remind you of the 21st century programs at Metcalfe County Schools, bringing you two productions. First, tonight, the Metcalfe County High School presents The Addams Family. I think that is going to be so fun. It's going to be, it's going to be tonight, and then Friday, May the 10th, and then Saturday, May the 11th at 6 p.m. each night. I don't know what role Benny Lyle's going to play, but he could be a good Addams Family man for sure. The musical comedy features the familiar creepy and kooky family as they adapt to change. So that is coming up tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night, 6 o'clock, The Addams Family. Then on the middle school, Metcalfe Middle School presents The Big Bad Musical, in which the audience must decide the outcome of the biggest trial ever in the fairy tale world against the notorious Big Bad Wolf. That's coming up on Monday the 13th, then Tuesday the 14th, and Wednesday the 15th, 6 o'clock each night, Metcalfe County. All right. Now, I think we have everything ready to roll to get into the archives. We have lots to do, lots to talk about, and we're going to share this morning. Yes, indeed, 100 years worth of history, the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center, and, of course, we've got Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services. We'll hear from them while we are establishing our connection here with Sam Terry, local historian. Hang on for history.
15,000 inventory items, custom brake hoses while you wait, cylinder repair. Is there anything Joseph A. Wade can't do? Well, one thing's for sure, Joseph A. Wade Incorporated serves a large community of people who believe there's no job they can't do, and that's the same attitude Joseph A. Wade has in their line of work. So for the smallest screws, Allen wrenches, wrenches or drill bits, or even a 5-stage hydraulic cylinder measuring 25 feet in length. Joseph A. Wade's motto? No problem. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, 311 Industrial Drive, Glasgow.
All right, we're at 6:45, a quarter till 7. Say hello to Sam Terry this morning. Noted his story. Just a guy who knows a whole lot about a whole lot. And I bet you he knows a whole lot about Willa B. Brown. Certainly one of the most interesting historical figures from our community, Sam. Would you agree?
I would agree. She's perhaps one of the most important folks to be born in Barron County in the 20th century, perhaps in all of history.
That's right.
Quite an accomplished lady.
She was born in 1906. She earned a pilot's license, a master mechanic's license. She trained 200 students who became the legendary Tuskegee Airmen, the first African-American woman to run for political office. That's just the tip of the iceberg. There's going to be a celebration on Tuesday, May the 21st at 1 o'clock at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center. This is going to be in conjunction with awarding the Willa B. Brown Pioneer Life Award ceremony. What a fitting event, indeed. This award was established in 2018 for the purpose of recognizing an individual woman who has been first in reaching goals that haven't been achieved by women before. Now that is a very interesting award for sure. Presented to women regardless of any ethnic background. The nominee will be chosen because she is the first woman to achieve a specific goal never reached previously by a woman. So, you want to be sure it's between 1 and 3 coming up on Tuesday, May the 21st at the South Central Kentucky Cultural Center, Sam. And I just think that's going to be fabulous. And I hope that the community is hungry to learn more about Miss Willa B. Brown. And I also note that in the Harvest of History this year, our county extension agent is going to play the role of Willa B. Brown. That's Miss LaToya Drake. And I know that she's already studying to talk about Miss Willa B. Brown at the Harvest of History. So I just hope that over the next little bit we can learn a whole lot more about. She was obviously a fascinating lady, Sam.
Well, and I think we will learn more about her as the months go on.
Yes, sir. All right. So are you ready to roll?
Yes.
Well, 100 years ago, need some entertainment? There's no question this could be entertaining. This day in 1919, the story in the Glasgow Times reads, Friday night before the race will be staged in the Armory, a wrestling match between Joe Stetcher of Nebraska and Waldek Zbyszko of Poland for the heavyweight wrestling championship of the world. We had the world bout here, Sam, looks like in 1919.
That's at least what's being promoted.
That's right. So let's come down to the Armory, and this is before the race, whatever race that is. I don't know. Well, it could have been the Derby. I don't know.
Yes, yesterday we had the Derby mentioned that people were heading to Louisville for the big race on Saturday, and then on Friday night you could be entertained at the Armory with a wrestling match.
What better way to get in the mood for a horse race than to go watch Waldek Zbyszko of Poland take on Joe Stetcher, that is Stetcher, who is here from Nebraska. So we had them coming from everywhere, Sam, for wrestling at the Armory, 1919. I bet they had a huge crowd. All right, let's look at 1929. This was today, and we got a picture. Sam found us a picture, folks, if you're watching on EPB6 or on Facebook Live. The Florence Wagons. This is an advertisement in the Republican for Florence Wagons. The advertisement says, Florence Wagons are good wagons. Our buggies are good ones, too. A few Bradford handmade saddles are left, and all kinds of poultry netting and screen wire, too. We handle farm implements, and we carry a full stock of harness and hose, rakes, forks, lawn mowers, and fine cutlery. F.N. Bradford Hardware Company. They sold everything down there, didn't they, Sam?
Literally.
And if you're watching on the TV or on the Facebook Live, a beautiful wagon here. The ad reads, "You have tried the best, and now buy the best Florence Wagon Company of Florence, Alabama, making those wagons." It looks like a fine piece of equipment to me.
It does, and colorful, and I know that the Bradford brothers also were the dealers in Studebaker wagon simultaneously. So having a sharp-looking wagon was indeed a goal for folks in 1919.
No question about it.
29, excuse me.
Yeah, 29. They were getting, well, it might have been their goal in 1919. Took them to 29 to get the best in town.
There you go.
1939, the music program was a magnificent success. We talk about music, the musicale, the history here in South Central Kentucky, but music lovers throughout this section in 1939 had a musical treat Tuesday evening, an ensemble program given by the Ladies Matinee Musicale. The program was climaxed by a grand finale that saw 20 of Glasgow's most accomplished pianists playing 10 pianos on a stirring number, the March Romaine, augmented by the Glasgow High School Orchestra. The entire program was thoroughly enjoyed by more than 700 people and was given an ensemble of about 75 musicians. Glasgow has stamped herself as one of the music centers of the state by being one of 3 cities which presented a 10-piano ensemble in connection with Music Week. Now that was a yeoman's job. How much work had to go into getting 10 pianists, to getting all these folks lined up, much less the rehearsal time. And apparently 700 people said that was a fine program, Sam. 1939.
And my understanding from researching the musicale records is the multi-piano concerts were perhaps under the sponsorship of a piano company in Louisville, Kentucky.
Okay.
And they would bring the pianos to town and display them there for several days in the school gymnasium here in Glasgow.
Right.
And when the big concerts were over, local folks could then purchase those pianos at a slight discount and have an opportunity to have a nice instrument in their home.
Well, you know, there's a lot of interesting things to be said about that. Who wants to haul around a piano on a regular basis? A difficult job. But nonetheless, why not, you know, hey, it's here, it's in town. You can move it over to my house and you'll save money on it, too. That's a great way to move some pianos. Yeah. I'm sorry. I keep stepping on you. I'm sorry. You go.
Piano concerts were held several different times in Glasgow by the Glasgow Musicale, and there are some folks around who played in some of those concerts.
Yeah.
So, an interesting concept.
Music certainly has been king around here for a long time, and it continues to be so because folks work to continue that. All right, this is this shows this is a different day and time in 1949. This is the headline in 1949. A Boy Scout charter is granted a colored troop. Now, I never thought about the fact that the Boy Scouts were segregated, but the charter has been granted to the local Baptist church, the colored local Baptist church, of all interesting ways to put it, for the organization of Troop Number 221 of the Boy Scouts of America, according to W.D. Aspley, who is the Boy Scout Commissioner of the Glasgow District. Excuse me, Mr. Asprey will present the charter to Scoutmaster James Bransford at the Sunday morning service at the church on May the 15th. Well, there's some good names involved there. The Bransford family name, a great name locally. Mr. Aspley, a great name for getting such things done as scouting. So I guess it's fitting that they were moving forward there in 1949, Sam.
Seems a hard concept for folks today to imagine.
Right.
And always wonderful to see Jigger Aspley showing up in the archives, because he did so many different things for the community, and they were all good things.
That's right. And not selfish about it at all, I can tell you for sure. Just a great man. And this was a great event for our entire community. 1959, this would have been one of those that would have been a ball. I wish, when I was preparing for today, I looked at this, I said, boy, if I could have been there. 1959, the Barron County Bar Association met Friday at the Dutch Mill Village at noon. Now, listen to these big names. The Honorable Ewell Barrickman, the president, was presiding. After the meal, the following officers were elected for the coming year. The Honorable James Gillenwater, president. The Honorable Harry Berry, vice president. And the Honorable Henry Dickinson. I didn't say which office he took, but he took some leadership role there. 1959, can you imagine what the hubbub was down there at the Dutch Mill Village?
That would have been an interesting luncheon to sit down, needless to say.
Yeah, that's right.
Interesting folks.
A lot of folks who made a difference for sure. Legendary, just in this story, legendary folks. Speaking of legendary, 1969, this is the day that Mr. and Mrs. Sidney Williams announced that their interest in the P&W Auto Electric at 310 Sampson Street has been sold to Mr. and Mrs. R.B. Johnson. Now, I had forgotten that Mr. and Ms. Williams were involved over there in that P&W Auto Electric on Sampson Street. It's where the I guess it's the public defender's office is now. But, of course, we just recently lost Mr. Sidney Williams and Miss Rose we lost earlier, but two folks who certainly made a difference, made their mark, and will be remembered. And here they are coming up in the archives in 1969, Sam. 1979, a group of high school students this day from both Glasgow High School and Barron County High School have formed a rock band. And we've got a picture. Brendan, if you want to put that up on the screen right there. Look at these rock and rollers here. This is the Jeremiah Peabody Band. Members are Jeff Sexton, the lead vocalist, Scott Keys, the bass, Kerry Sowers play guitar, Jeff Lancaster guitar, and Kelly Logston played the drums. Big doings in 1979 for the Glasgow and Barron County High School students get together to rock them out with the Jeremiah Peabody Band. It's a great picture, too. Right off of an album cover there, Sam.
It looks like it could be an album cover.
1989 this day, the largest antique doll collection in Kentucky is going to be part of a 4-day exhibition in Glasgow this week. The House of Beauty, sponsored by the Glasgow Garden Club, the Glasgow Musicale, the Barron County Historical Foundation, and local artists. As I recall, that was quite the display of antique dolls in 1989.
It was, and they were the property of the Kentucky Mansions Preservation Foundation, which operates the Mary Todd Lincoln House in Lexington.
Mm-hmm.
And Mrs. Beulah Nunn was the head of that organization, and at the time also the head of the Historical Foundation, that's the parent of the Cultural Center. So there was a tie there, and they brought the dolls here for a while for display.
You know, those are some valuable things that to get them hauled around and put on display and taken care of. That requires some organization, and we don't realize sometimes how lucky we are to have had things like that here, like the largest antique doll collection in Kentucky, here, in person, so to speak. 1999, this was the day that some new figures were released showing tourists spent $84 million in Barron County last year. That's a goodly sum, one worth going after. $84 million in 1999. And it was 10 years ago, 2009, we had a sports story here to report. This was in the Barron County Progress, where the Red Cross A's became the 10 and under champs of the 2009 Edmonton Memorial Park Invitational. And this is the height of, the spring sports season, and so the Red Cross A's went over there and became the champs in 2009. We have a lot more of that to go, Sam, as the spring sports season goes. Now, have I covered everything?
I think we've covered 100 years of it quite well today.
Well, we have had a lot to cover and lots to talk about, and we could talk, and I've got people will tell me the rest of the story, and I've got pictures of some other things that have people have brought by, and I'll be getting into that as time permits. But nonetheless, we do enjoy the interaction. We really appreciate, when we strike a chord or bring up a memory for somebody. We enjoy the people sharing, and I hope that we can always do that here. And certainly, Sam, you make it that much more interesting when you join us for the archives as well, sir. And we'll do that again tomorrow, okay?
See you then.
Sam Terry, noted historian and just an all-around good guy to have on your side. And he's helping us with the archives today. And we'll do that tomorrow. We really thank our sponsors, Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
This year, Bowling Green comes to the ballpark.
At Ford's Furniture, we love moms and have gifts that will help you make Mom's special day great. Choose from our wonderful selection of lamps, prints, rugs, or even a Ford's gift card. Perfect gifts for Mom on sale now at Ford's Furniture.
Who will be the future face of Pettigo Lessenberry? Through expert analysis, we've...
This is First Bank commercial. We just found out it's Gay Parker's birthday. So, pretty nice to have the very nice Gay Parker here on the radio talking about the Citizens First Bank. While we also know, we just found out, just slickety-split, that it is her birthday today. Congratulations, Gay. All right, I got to get these archives over here because there was something else I needed to remind you about that is going on. Here it is, the American Cancer Society partnering with T.J. Sampson Hospital for the annual Survivor Dinner tomorrow afternoon at 5:45 at the Glasgow High School cafeteria. The dinner is for all cancer survivors and caregivers. There's a survivor ceremony and celebration then at 7 o'clock in the Glasgow High School gym for additional caregivers, family, friends, and the public. Dan Klein, who is the speaker and author of My 359, The Man I'm Called to Be, is going to be the special guest speaker during the ceremonies. Now, the many of you who went to the TJ Women's event this past spring over at the Cave City Convention Center will realize what a touching expose that Dan Klein presented in his speech over there. And if you would like to hear Dan again, be sure to come out to this. That's going to be at 7 o'clock in the Glasgow High School gym. Survivors, please RSVP to Amy Stevens at 270-659-5890.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
The Green Tree Travel Club at South Central Bank is ready to hit the road again. Get ready on June 27th for a deep dive to downtown Nashville. There you will tour the iconic George Jones Museum and Restaurant.
If you'd like to take the grand tour.
George Jones had more country songs on the Billboard charts and more top 40 songs than any country artist in history.
He stopped loving her today.
Experience his legacy and see George Jones memorabilia up close. Then the music and the enjoyment continue when you sit back in the Schermerhorn Symphony Center and be entertained by the one and only Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. If you're a Green Tree Travel Club member at South Central Bank, your cost is just $200. Non-members, $250. Clear your calendar on June 27th and call now to book your reservations. 1-888-651-7466.
Rain chances getting ramped up. Looks like we'll get thunderstorms in this afternoon, 74. Thunderstorms early tonight, 61. Cloudy Friday, but dry near 70. And the showers come back later Friday night with some showers and thunderstorms around on Saturday, especially in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 60s, and then some morning showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. So Mother's Day in the afternoon actually looks pretty good with highs in the upper 60s. I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgick from a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Constant coverage of studio radar screen. Rain over in the eastern part of the state, from about Jamestown, Russell Springs, all the way through almost to London. That's kind of picking up a little bit there. The intensity is picking up, and the area of coverage is. Another area of pretty heavy rain shower activity in southwest Tennessee that's going to be moving our way today. 73 WCLU. The weather brought to you by South Central Bank.
If you're going to improve your home and property by investing in a pool, doesn't it make sense to get it from somebody willing to put their name on it? Jeff Adams at Adams Pools and Supplies is ready to get the job started. Plus, they're having a spring sale to get you in the mood for fun in the sun. Right now, buy a Solstice 24-foot pool with a 20-year liner warranty and 30-year wall warranty. For a limited time, pay only $24.99. Bigger sizes at equally great prices. An 18 by 33 pool, $36.99. 15 by 30, $33.99. And a 27-foot pool, just $27.99. Adams Pools has local installers with decades of experience in installing pools. If it's an Adams pool, it comes with corrosion protection on all metal components using the most reliable coating in the industry. And of course, Adams Pools has everything you'll need after installation, like Vacuum-Seal non-chlorine chemicals. 270-866-2365. That's the number to call to get the ball rolling. 270-866-2365 on Grider Road in Russell Springs. No matter where you live in southern Kentucky, let Adams Pools do the job right.
At Holiday World and Splash and Safari, we understand that with swim practice, swim meets, cheerleading camp, football two-a-days, watching your book club movie, dance rehearsals, dance recital, baseball, basketball, summer camp, soccer camp, cooking camp, you might just need a break from your summer break. So check out our world-class rides and slides for the whole family. But check out our website first for the best savings. Only at holidayworld.com.
Free soft drinks, free parking, free sunscreen!
Hi, welcome to this Subway Meals for Change ad. How would you like it?
Oh, a country singer.
Well, let's hit the stage.
Oh, thank y'all. That was called Pickup Truck and a Dog. Now let's give a shout out to the good folks at Subway Restaurants. Buy a fresh value meal, which includes a 6-inch sub, bag of chips, and a 21-ounce drink. They'll donate 10 cents up to $5,000 to the local Salvation Army. Subway, make it what you want.
April 25th through June 26th at participating restaurants. Fresh value meals are prepared in front of you.
Wesley Frazier is 19 today. That's Wesley Frazier turning 19 today. We got to move over here and get ready to play trivia. Put that thinking cap on. We're going to have some. A delicious pizza to be given away from Little Caesars, so be thinking about that. We'll have it for you here on WCLU just in a second.
Going on all month long at Shogun Bistro in Glasgow. When you purchase two $20 combos, you get one free kids meal. Available for dine-in only any Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in April. Shogun Bistro. You've chosen wisely.
A dentist who understands your time is important? Dr. John Page in Tompkinsville is just that. It's safe to say nobody's a fan of dental problems, and if you work or if it's difficult to get to the dentist office, it's also safe to say you don't have time for numerous follow-ups and referrals. That's why Dr. John Page offers services other dental offices don't, like same-day crowns and dentures, and they perform many surgical procedures other dentists will refer you elsewhere for. So if you want a dentist who understands that your time is important, call the office of Dr. John Page in Tompkinsville today at 270-487-5196. That's 270-487-5196.
Summer is almost here, and you don't want to miss out on the Summer Kickoff Memorial Day sales event going on all month long at Goodman Nissan. This month, we are making deals you don't want to miss out on. Great deals on Nissan, which includes rebates and special interest rates on many models, like a Rogue with $1,500 in rebates and 0.9% for 60 months, or a Nissan Murano with up to $3,750 in rebates and 0.9% APR for 60 months. Not looking for new? That's okay. We have great sales prices on our used inventory, and we offer more for your trade. Plus, it gets even better. As part of our summer kickoff sales event, everyone who takes an official test drive will be entered to win either a 55-inch TV or a Weber gas grill. So come in today for your test drive. Goodman Automotive, home of the powertrain for life. Things were never better at Goodman.
Great deals, no games. Come home to Goodman.
All special APR subject to credit approval.
Effective May 1st, 2019, the following rules apply to all contests conducted by Royce Radio Incorporated. Only one person can win a prize or pick up a prize within a 30-day period. For whatever reason, if a winner is incapable of picking up the prize, either at the sponsor's location or at Royce Radio Incorporated, prior arrangements must be made and all other contest rules must be adhered to. Birthday club, persons of the day, and all on-air contest prizes must be picked up by the winner or the honoree. IDs may be required. All coupons and tickets not picked up within 30 days of winning are void. No exceptions can be made. Dairy Queen winners drawn each day should call WCLU directly at 270-651-9149 for specific instructions on how to pick up your cake. This way everybody wins. And thanks for listening to WCLU. Complete rules are posted at WCLUradio.com/rules.
Who wants a pizza? I've got one. Either your choice of a large pepperoni or a large sausage from out at Little Caesars, just for calling in and winning. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Little geography question. We hadn't had a good geography question in a while, so why don't you just tell me, what island is the country of Haiti on? You know, we hear about Haitians, Haitian refugees, Haiti, all that sort of stuff. What island is Haiti on? 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Everybody thinks they know. Do they?
Hispaniola.
Say it again.
Hispaniola.
Yeah, that's right. Who's this speaking?
This is Nicholas Harlow.
Nicholas, how you doing? Now, we had, you know what, you used to be one of the regulars, and then you grew up and went away. And now you're back, Nicholas Harlow. And it's good to hear your voice. It's been a long, long time since you've won trivia.
Been a while.
So how are you doing?
All right.
Still as smart as always, right?
I don't know about that.
Well, you jumped right on this one. Hispaniola. That's a big island down there in the Caribbean. Haiti is down there, and so is the Dominican Republic. And but you know, they've proudly maintained the name of the island. Most of the maps, it proudly displays that Hispaniola name on it, but nonetheless, Haiti is there, and the Dominican Republic is Dominican Republic, not Republican. Where I get that from there, Nicholas? What we have is a pizza for you, sir. We're glad to have you back on board as a winner of trivia, and you probably haven't won a Little Caesars pizza, have you?
No, I don't think so.
Well, now you have, and you'll enjoy it too, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Nicholas. Bye-bye. Nicholas Harlow, yeah, he jumped on it. He was, when he was growing up, coming through high school, all that sort of stuff, he was always on his game, knowing a lot of tough trivia questions, and we've recycled Nicholas. Here he is, winning a big geography question a number of years later. Haiti, it's on the island of Hispaniola. We'll play tomorrow. Won't you come back and join us? And we don't care if you've been gone a while. Come on back. We'll work it out here on Trivia. 73 degrees. The news is now.
Experience no-hassle shopping at Ford's Furniture in Bowling Green and Glasgow. Ford's Furniture. Furniture you know. People you trust.
CBS News Update. President Trump says the time has come to move on from the Russia investigation.
Instead of wasting time, energy, taxpayer dollars on partisan stunts and hoaxes and witch hunts, Democrats should be focused on building up our country.
He hit the 2020 campaign trail in Panama Beach City, Florida last night, taking jabs at Democratic hopefuls like Pete Buttigieg and Beto O'Rourke. But CBS's Laura Podesta says the focus is still on the Mueller report back in Washington.
While many of his allies are also ready to move on,
the case is closed.
Congressional investigations by both parties are going forward.
Mr. Chairman, what happens if John Jr. doesn't comply with your subpoena?
The Republican-led Senate Intelligence Committee subpoenaed Donald Trump Jr. to answer more questions about Russia's interference in the 2016 election.
Yesterday, Democrats on the House Judiciary Committee voted to hold Attorney General Barr in contempt. CBS News Update. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
The Royce Radio Family. WCLU 1490 Glasgow. WCLU FM 102.3 Munfordville, Glasgow. And W276DO 103.1 Glasgow.
ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance. Yes, we have a history and roots in Southern Kentucky. Yes, we have a large staff to support our clients with the attention and efficiency they deserve. Best of all, we continue to get better at what we do. You make us better. Let us show you the type of insurance experience we think should always come standard. Every person, family, home, farm, or business we serve gets our best effort. Dedicated to what's best for you, we're ISU Pedigo Lessenberry Insurance.
Growing with a proud community since 1902, I'm Daniel Bird, and I'd love the opportunity to work with you. Please give us a call.
Happy Mother's Day!
Well, thank you.
Here, it's a gift from all of us.
Wow, it's a box made out of popsicle sticks. You really shouldn't have.
But open it. There are surprise boxes inside the box.
Oh my gosh, it's an iPhone. Wait, and an Apple Watch?
You deserve it.
How did you?
I went to Bluegrass Cellular. After I picked out your iPhone, Bluegrass Cellular gave me a bonus $250 towards the purchase of another Apple product, like iPad, AirPods, and that Apple Watch you've been talking about.
Love it. And very smart choice.
Which, going to Bluegrass Cellular, buying an iPhone, or using the bonus $250 toward an Apple Watch?
All of the above.
So, looks like we nailed Mother's Day this year.
It's like you read my mind.
Or I read the Bluegrass Cellular ad you put on my chair.
Restrictions apply. Visit Bluegrass Cellular online or drop by your nearest location. Bluegrass Cellular, your community, expanded.
Nurses take care of everyone, so we're taking care of nurses this week during the Nurses Week celebration at Hatchet Home Medical. Yes, Hatchet is well known for stocking the latest styles with the best selection year-round. But during National Nurses Week, we take it up a notch with 25% off all uniforms, shoes, and accessories. That's right, brands like Cherokee, Landau, Urbane Scrubs, Koi, Prestige, Barco's Grey's Anatomy, Dickies, Dansko, Wonderwink, along with Nursemates, Heart, Soul, Infinity, even special orders, 25% off. All prints, 30% off. You'll even save on hosiery, lab coats, and jackets, too. We'll have door prizes and refreshments every day. Be sure and check out our clearance racks for up to 80% off. Hatchet Home Medical celebrates Nurses Week all week with the annual spring uniform sale. We thank all nurses at Hatchet Home Medical, Park Avenue Shopping Center, Glasgow. It's going on now through May the 14th at Hatchet Home Medical.
For WCLU News, I'm Brennan Crane reporting. The chief of Cave City Police has been fired. According to a press release from Cave City Mayor Dwayne Hatcher, Terrell Riley has been terminated as police chief. In a letter dated May 3rd, Hatcher states his termination is due to unsatisfactory performance of duties and hindrance of performance of city functions. According to Mayor Hatcher, in another letter dated on January 8, 2019, he had instructed Riley to perform 10 mandatory functions. Those functions included attending mandatory supervisory training within 90 days and continue to take updated courses as available, notify the mayor prior to being unavailable for a period of more than 24 hours, provide a set of work schedule to include Riley or Captain Butler to be available during normal business hours and indicate the hours of Riley's schedule on the provided work schedule, notify the mayor immediately of all major felonies, accidents, or injuries that are officer involved, notify the mayor of all disciplinary actions for any officer, notify the mayor and proper supervisors of any arrest or citations of any city employee. Per the city attorney, all personal files shall be presented to the city clerk, who is the custodian of all records, make every attempt to have 2 officers on duty at all times, attend public functions as requested, and develop programs to improve public relations with local residents, and require all officers to wear their bulletproof vests. Mayor Hatcher states in the termination letter, after 4 months, Riley continued to refuse or failed to perform a majority of those functions. In addition, Hatcher asked Riley to turn in all city-owned equipment he has in his possession. A death investigation is underway after police say they were called to a home in Allen County late Tuesday evening. KSP Post 3 Dispatch say they received a call for service from Allen County Dispatch requesting assistance with a death investigation that had occurred at 151 Stinson Lane near the Tennessee state line. According to a news release, when Allen County deputies responded to the address, they located a deceased male in a yard near the driveway of the home. Preliminary investigation has revealed Justin A. Wicks, 47, was outside his residence when he was shot multiple times. Wicks was pronounced deceased on scene by the Allen County Coroner's Office. Kentucky State Police advises anyone with any information concerning the death of Wicks to contact Detective Jonathan Johnson with KSP Post 3 at 270-782-2010. The ongoing investigation is being led by Detective Johnson. No further information is available at this time, according to authorities. On Monday, the Kentucky State Police Electronic Crime Branch arrested Reed E. Benningfield, 34, on charges related to promoting a minor under 16 in a sexual performance. Benningfield was arrested as a result of an anonymous tip to the KSP Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. The KSP Electronic Crime Branch began the investigation after discovering the suspect had successfully installed a video recording device to capture a female child in the shower. The investigation resulted in the execution of a search warrant at a residence in Campbellsville on May 6th. Equipment used to facilitate the crime was seized and taken to KSP's forensic laboratory for examination. The investigation is ongoing. Benningfield is currently charged with 3 counts of promoting a minor under 16 in a sexual performance. Each charge is a Class B felony, punishable by 10 to 20 years in prison. He was lodged in the Taylor County Detention Center. On Sunday at approximately 7:59 in the evening, Kentucky State Police Post 15 was notified that officers with Campbellsville Police Department were in pursuit of a 2010 Chevy Impala operated by LaRonda Perez of Campbellsville. Perez had active warrants against her, according to police. The pursuit reached speeds in excess of 100 miles per hour as Perez crossed into LaRue County on 31E toward Hodgenville. She later lost control of the vehicle in a curve near a Save-A-Lot store. Perez was arrested and charged with speeding 26 miles per hour over the limit, fleeing or evading police first-degree motor vehicle, wanton endangerment first-degree police officer, DUI second-degree aggravating circumstance, reckless driving, improper passing, failure to wear seatbelts, failure to produce insurance card, and resisting arrest. Perez was lodged in the Taylor County Detention Center. And on this morning's 911 activity report, yesterday at around 2:30 in the afternoon, there was a vehicle fire on Windmere Way and Edmonton Road. And yesterday at 8:14 in the evening on Aberdeen Drive, there was a fire at Federal Mogul. The Glasgow Fire Department responded. We have 73 degrees at WCLU. I'm Brennan Crane. We'll be right back for more local news.
Make this the year that you transition into spring fully prepared. When it comes to making your home and property look its best to have Mammoth Cave Transplants at your side. Come to Mammoth Cave Transplants and see greenhouse after greenhouse full of bedding plants, hanging plants, trees, shrubs, all of the lavish colors and full foliage plants ready to beautify the world around you. Have you always wanted to get a good start to your garden? Well, Janet Dennison and her staff enjoy helping people pick out the right gardening plants, supplies, and materials to make your green thumb the best yet. Mammoth Cave Transplants is easy to get to. We're at 5394 Brownsville Road, Highway 259 between Pig and Rhodey. You'll be impressed with the sprawling complex where spring gardening, landscaping, and beautification is well underway. Call us today at 270-597-2533. We are Kentucky proud and we'll be celebrating 25 years in business. We keep Kentucky growing.
Bailey Gibson has been serving customers in Kentucky, Tennessee, and surrounding areas for over 40 years. We take pride in our many return customers who know they will get service after the sale. Whether you're looking for a new Buick or GMC, car, truck, or SUV, we have them all.
And used vehicles, too. Just give my dandy a call.
Bailey Gibson, they're my deal-making, handshaking, wheel-turning, hard-working dealer.
Hardee's used to think bowls were useless dishware. Then we created the new loaded hash round bowl. Crispy potatoes, fluffy eggs, sausage gravy, melted cheddar, and crumbled bacon. Now part of our 2 for $4 mix and match deal. No longer are bowls just college football games you can nap to. Now they're loaded with Hardee's delicious breakfast favorites and in our 2 for $4 mix and match. Try a bowl today. They're actually really useful. Hardee's because it tastes better.
Available for a limited time during regular breakfast hours at participating restaurants. Tax not included. Price and participation may vary.
In more news this hour, Western Kentucky University's Glasgow campus is hosting a graduation ceremony tonight. The ceremony is set to begin at 6 p.m. following a reception at 5:30. The graduation will be at the T.J. Sampson Pavilion Community Center in Glasgow. A Kentucky police officer is accused of driving under the influence in a city police car. 30-year-old Lexington police officer Jeffrey Burden was relieved of his sworn duties and transferred to an administrative assignment while the case is investigated. The Lexington Herald-Leader reports Cynthiana Police in Harrison County received a reckless driving complaint Tuesday morning involving a Lexington police cruiser that was failing to stay in its lane. An arrest citation says the cruiser reportedly nearly struck several signs. Police say Burden's cruiser entered a gas station station and struck a red pole protecting the gas pumps. The arrest citation says Burden admitted he was taking hydrocodone for back pain. He has been with the department since 2015. Kentucky Governor Matt Bevin has sent a letter to state lawmakers to try to build support for his pension bill that he hopes to have considered in a special legislative session. The Republican governor's letter Wednesday comes 2 days after some top GOP lawmakers said Bevin lacks the votes to push his bill through the legislature. Bevin's letter sets out the gravity of the pension crisis and says his administration has drafted a proposal that meets Kentucky's legal parameters and is consistent with past legislation that won overwhelming legislative support. The governor says he's prepared to convene the special session as soon as enough lawmakers indicate they're prepared to take action. Bevin and lawmakers are trying to head off a spike in pension costs on July 1st for regional universities as well as many quasi-governmental agencies. After Adam Edlin went on the attack, rival Andy Beshear is pushing back as Kentucky's Democratic primary for governor enters a feister phase. In new ads, Beshear says any Democratic infighting benefits Republicans. Beshear's response follows ads in recent days by Edlin and a pro-Edlin group slamming Beshear for a scandal that enveloped his former top deputy. The attacks also try to link Beshear to the maker of OxyContin. Beshear's campaign responded Wednesday with its own ad calling the attack shameful and false, saying they resemble something out of the GOP playbook. A third prominent Democrat in the House Minority Floor Leader Rocky Atkins, has strayed out of the fray with less than 2 weeks before the May 21st primary election. Dozens of retired coal miners visited lawmakers in Washington to call for legislative action to preserve the pensions of about 87,000 retirees and another 20,000 working miners. United Mine Workers of America President Cecil Roberts says the 2008 recession and mining company bankruptcies have endangered the miners' pension plan, established in 1974. He says those two factors have drained about $6 billion from the fund. Several federal lawmakers, including West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin, joined the miners for a news conference near the Capitol Wednesday. Manchin has introduced a bill that would transfer money from the Abandoned Mine Land Fund to shore up the pension. The bill, introduced in January, hasn't moved out of the committee. Roberts says miners make the rounds on Capitol Hill, urging lawmakers to support the bill. The lawyer for a Kentucky high school student who wasn't allowed to participate in school activities because he wasn't vaccinated for chickenpox says his client has now contracted the illness. Attorney Christopher Weist of Covington told the Kentucky Inquirer that 18-year-old Jerome Kunkel came down with chickenpox last week. Weiss says Kunkel is fine and a little itchy. After an outbreak, students who weren't vaccinated were ordered to stay away from Our Lady of the Assumption Church School and activities. Kunkel sued the Northern Kentucky Health Department, claiming the vaccine is against his religious beliefs, and others joined. A judge last month denied the request to return to activities. Weiss said Tuesday about half his clients have contracted chickenpox since filing the case. He said he told parents that would be the quickest way to resolve the case. It's 7:27, 73 degrees at WCLU. I'm Brennan Crane. Up next, we have the Scotty Report.
It's been another great week to be a Scotty. Congratulations to the GHS academic team. Mason Reed, Parker Bannister, Daniel Dill, and Cade Bishop won Glasgow's third consecutive Small School National Championship in Quiz Bowl for the traditional public schools this weekend by finishing 17-1 against 80 teams from across the U.S. The B and C team also had lots of success as the B team finished 17th and the C team 35th. Mason Reed and Caleb West were also named to the All-Star team for their individual performances. Way to go, Scotties! Attention juniors, it's time to bring in drinks for after prom. Junior boys, bring bottled water, and junior girls, please bring in packs of Gatorade or Powerade. Prom tickets will go on sale next week. Please be sure that you have all fees paid so that you can reserve your tickets. Permission forms will be available in the cafeteria today at lunch. Seniors, the ice cream social at Glasgow Baptist is today right after school. Check the senior calendar for more info. Juniors, we are now accepting the class of 2020 senior officer applications. Check the school website or see your English teacher for the application. Elections will be held at a later date. See Ms. Fi if you have any questions. Good luck to all of our Scotty athletes as they compete this weekend. The Scotty baseball team will visit Cumberland County tonight, Somerset Friday, and host Franklin Simpson on Saturday. The Lady Scotty softball team will host Edmonson County today with the game time starting at 5:30. Also, this week will be my last Scotty Report. Next week and next year, my friend Matthew Trigg will take over. I would like to thank WCLU and GHS for letting me do the Scotty Report for the last several years. So for one last time, this has been McKay Bowles for this week's Scotty Report. Shine on, Scotties, and stay true to the blue.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
How prepared is Kentucky for disaster? According to a new national study, there is room for improvement.
Kentucky scored a 6.7 on the 2019 National Health Security Preparedness Index, putting it on par with the national average. Dr. Glenn Mays leads a team of researchers at the University of Kentucky who manage the index.
Kentucky has always had real strengths and continues to improve in the area of what's called incident management and information management. And basically there we're measuring the ability of the state to really manage the acute phases of a disaster.
The scores indicate the ability to protect the health security of Americans from incidents like newly emerging infectious diseases, terrorism, and extreme weather conditions at the state and national levels. I'm Suzanne Duval.
The Northern Kentucky teen who sued his school after refusing to get a chickenpox vaccination now has the disease. Mark Mayfield has that story.
Jerome Kunkel refused to get vaccinated last March when there was an outbreak at his school, Our Lady of the Sacred Heart Assumption Academy, because of his religious beliefs. A state court upheld the ban against unvaccinated students. His lawyer confirmed the 18-year-old now has chickenpox and hopes to be over it next week. Kunkel and his family claim that they have no regrets over their decision not to get vaccinated. They objected to the vaccination because it was developed in the 1960s with the use of aborted fetuses. Mark Mayfield, NBC News Radio.
A panel of horse racing experts say the disqualification of Maximum Security as the winner of the Kentucky Derby was the right decision. They attended the monthly Louisville Forum meeting yesterday to discuss the safety of thoroughbred racing. The panelists included 2 executives with Horse Racing Safety Association. I'm Jerry Bloom.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
I remember as a young girl going to Community Trust Bank with my mom. She would pack us all up and then we'd all go inside. Now I have 2 little girls of my own and I look back and I don't know how she did it. I still bank at Community Trust. They have 79 branch locations, over 100 ATM locations, online banking and mobile banking. They've made it so much easier for me and my family. And that's what I love about Community Trust.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
Let's turn to local sports. Hopefully the rain will hold off. We can get some of these games in. But in high school softball today, Glasgow welcomes Edmondson County to American Legion Park. The first pitch scheduled for 5:30 this afternoon. Joe Myers and Bruce Tribune on the air for the broadcast at about 5:25 on WCLU 103.1 FM and 1490 AM and online at playwclu.com. In other softball action this afternoon, the Barron County Trojanettes host Franklin Simpson. Allen County Scottsville travels to Warren East. Monroe County visits Caverna, and Hart County goes to Metcalfe County. Baseball today, Glasgow plays at Cumberland County. Barron County is on the road at Edmondson County. Allen County Scottsville entertains LaRue County. Monroe County travels to Clinton County. Caverna goes to Greene County, and Metcalfe County plays at Adair County. That's a check of sports.
It's here, y'all. The cold weather season has made its way around one more time. This is Whitney at Big Meadow Oil, and I'm ready for it. Are you? Be sure to check your tanks often. You never know when we might get one of those crazy Kentucky winter storms. Make sure you have a backup plan for heating. We have kerosene to help keep you warm and toasty. Keep your vehicles at least half full in case you get stuck out in those frigid temperatures. Our diesel, as always, is treated with Power Service diesel additive to help with cold weather starting. Come by our office at 219 Industrial Drive or call 270-651-5212 and let us help you stay warm this winter season. Big Meadow Oil, warming homes since 1981.
7:33. We'll update the birthdays here just in a minute, but we got to check out the weather.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center, brought to you by the Glasgow Electric Plant Board. You can now stay up to date with the Glasgow EPB more than ever before. You can now stay informed by following the Glasgow Electric Plant Board online on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Glasgow EPB, and on our website, glasgowepb.net. From staying updated during an outage to seeing updates about Glasgow EPB products and services, and even learning about ways to save energy and money on your bill, the Glasgow EPB has you covered. Online on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on glasgowepb.net. The Glasgow EPB, connecting Glasgow to the future.
Rain chances getting ramped up. Looks like we'll get thunderstorms in this afternoon and maybe even a few in here this morning. Those rain chances and thunderstorm chances I think a little bit better in the second part of the morning and into the afternoon. Right now this morning, just seen some isolated stuff around. But with some of those storms, we could have some strong winds and even the potential for some hail. The risk for tornadoes is pretty low. Some of us actually in the slight risk for severe storms, so it's not all that high, the risk for severe storms. Either way, looks like some damp pavement out there, especially second part of the morning and into the afternoon, 74. Thunderstorms early tonight, 61. Cloudy Friday, but dry near 70. And the showers come back later Friday night with some showers and thunderstorms around on Saturday, especially in the afternoon. Highs in the upper 60s, and then some morning showers and thunderstorms on Sunday. So Mother's Day in the afternoon actually looks pretty good with highs in the upper 60s. Dry weather returning early next week. I'm meteorologist Ray Stajic from a Weather Channel on WCLU, your home for local.
Radar screen shows no new rain that's developed, just the rain we
Ceremony
had
set to begin
earlier
at 6
this morning
p.m.
off on the eastern side of the part of the Louis B. Uncumberland Parkway. That's the word I'm trying to say. And what's going to happen down in southwest Tennessee, it continues to grow and grow and grow. So I think that's what's going to be in the neighborhood as we have the afternoon coming through here. That's what Ray's talking about from the standpoint of rain coming on in. 73 degrees, WCLU this morning. Weather brought to you by the Glasgow EPB.
And Mother's Day, known for the delicious all-you-could-eat Mother's Day buffet with ham, turkey and dressing with savory gravy, mashed potatoes, green beans, cranberry sauce with rolls, and strawberry cake for dessert. Ladies' drinks are free and the buffet price is only $10. Sherry's now accepts credit cards. Bring mom and the whole family to downtown Hiceville for all-you-can-eat Mother's Day buffet at Sherry's Restaurant. Sherry's Restaurant in Hiceville, a Mother's Day tradition. Why do you choose the pharmacy you use? Is it because of someone you know, or is it short wait times? Highland Pharmacy has considered all of these things that make your experience at the pharmacy pleasant. With a top-notch staff of pharmacists and techs you know and trust, 2 drive-through windows, and a commitment to not making you sit and wait any longer than necessary, you can see why so many choose Highland Pharmacy, and we invite you to come see us for your next prescription. Highland Pharmacy, just over from the TJ Health Pavilion, 301 Rogers Road. Call 270-629-4300.
There's only one place to think of when planning your Cinco de Mayo get-together. Your Derby Gala. Or any other party for that matter. It's Barren River Beverages. You can hedge your bet by heading over to the coldest beer cave in town. And of course, their store is stocked with popular brands and local favorites, with taps and kegs available and wonderful party supplies. Go with a winner. Voted the best liquor store in Glasgow. Barren River Beverages on the Burkesville Road, seconds from the Cumberland Parkway interchange. What does it mean to listen? At Time Savers, we believe listening means respecting a client's wishes, affording them dignity in making decisions, allowing them to acknowledge they are uncertain or skeptical of what the future may hold. At Time Savers, we are here to listen, to understand your personal care and home help needs, and to help you achieve the quality of life that you want, either for yourself or your loved ones. Whether you want to remain in your home as long as possible, or you need a little extra help in assisted living or memory care, Time Savers will listen and come up with the best solution for you. Call us at 270-792-5703 or go to mytimesaversky.com. That's 270-792-5703 or mytimesaversky.com. We listen, we understand, and we help.
When was the last time you got your Ralphie on? What's getting your Ralphie on, you ask? When you're winning prizes and lighting up the score in the arcade, you're getting your Ralphie on. When you're dancing under the lights on roller skates, you've turned on your inner Ralphies. When you bring your coworkers to bowl in the business league, your office staff has clocked in on Ralphie's time. If you suffer from symptoms such as lack of fun, feeling bored, if you get frequent urges to act like it's your birthday, or if you're just not smiling enough, you need to go to Ralphie's. That's Ralphie's Fun Center in Glasgow. A great place for any party, event, field trip, or church group. Get your Ralphie on.
Yeah, Ralphie knows what to do. When it's time to have fun, come to Ralphie's. That's what they do. Let me tell you about Tim Robertson. Tim Robertson having a birthday today. Wesley Frazier is 19. We have Gay Parker, Gina Kinsman, Janet Holloway. Luke Pierce is 14 today. Twins Sarah Fox and Jacob Crane are 21 today. Faye Branham celebrates. We also have Jay Garner, Wayne Mock, Chris M. Randall has a birthday today as well. Is that everybody? Sure. 651-9149-800-956-1023. Online, a simple click here from WCLUradio.com. And we certainly are looking forward to giving away a delicious birthday cake from Dairy Queen coming up here in a little bit. And also we're going to give away a beautiful rose from Greer's Florist. So hang on. Join us Thursdays at 7:55 a.m. as we present Banking on Business, sponsored by the People's Bank. Banking on Business is an interview segment hosted by Terry Bunnell, People's Bank president. Enjoy meeting people from your favorite local businesses and hearing the stories of how they got started and where they are headed. You can check it out online at WCLUradio.com on EPB Channel 6 and on 103.1 and 102.3 FM and 1490 AM each Thursday, 7:55 a.m. All right, I want to jump up here and tell you that our first edition of that is coming up at about 5 minutes till 7 o'clock here, just right around the corner. So be sure and join us for that here on WCLU.
Come check out Houchin's IGA's Buy 8, Save $8 sale. Mix and match 8 participating items and get $8 off your total purchase. Pick up select 5 to 8 ounce craft shreds, chunks, cracker cuts, or crumbles, only $1.69. 32 ounce Heinz ketchup for just $1.99. And 10.7 to 12 ounce craft singles, only $1.99. All of these and many more when you buy any 8 participating items during the Houchin's IGA Buy 8, Save $8 sale.
A Wendy's Frosty is something special, and for a limited time, a Frosty is just 50 cents. An American classic for a classic price. It's not quite a milkshake, not quite an ice cream cone. It's definitely chocolate or vanilla. That choice is on you. Use a spoon or a French fry. Anything goes. A Frosty makes summer special. Yep, there's nothing quite like a Frosty. And at Wendy's, we got you with a Frosty for 50 cents. Get yours before this deal melts away.
Small Frosty only at participating Wendy's for a limited time. Price and participation may vary in Alaska and Hawaii.
I start my day with coffee. Some days, you don't rely on me as much. Some days, you need me every few minutes. I may help you get dressed or brush your teeth. I may help you with toileting. I can tell when you're irritated or tired. I know you're frustrated because your family hasn't been to see you. Sometimes, I help you navigate pain. Some days, you don't like me very much, and that's okay. I may hold your hand if you're sad, or laugh with you when you're happy. I walk over 3 miles every day. I love what I do. I'm an RN. I'm an LPN. I'm a CNA. I'm a nurse practitioner. I'm a nurse. During Nurses Week, we at NHC salute you, our nursing staff. NHC Healthcare, Glasgow.
At Ford's Furniture, we love moms and have gifts that will help you make Mom's special day great. Choose from our wonderful selection of lamps, prints, rugs, or even a Ford's gift card. Perfect gifts for Mom on sale now at Ford's Furniture.
Did you know Ford's Furniture offers Power Assist lift chairs? We have a great selection available in a variety of colors and fabrics from petite to large for a perfect fit. And Ford's offers a hassle-free shopping experience and timely full-service delivery and setup from Ford's Furniture.
Join the Bowling Green Hot Rods every Friday for Fireworks Friday, sponsored by Norton Children's Hospital. Following every Friday night game, the Hot Rods will light up the sky with a fireworks display. Visit bghotrods.com for more information. Hot Rods Baseball. Fantastic.
Good morning, friends. Ephesians 4:26 says, "Be angry and yet do not sin." There's a lot of injustice in the world. There's a lot of hate in the world. There's a lot of prejudice in the world. There's a lot of racism in the world. There are a lot of bad days and bad things and bad circumstances and bad people within each and every society upon earth. None of the above are the sole possession of any one society, segment of society, or nation. They simply exist. We should be angry because they exist. Many of those who express anger because of these things also deny the infallible authority of God's Word. In so doing, they contribute to the furtherance of all of the above. Only when people turn to God, accept His Word and will as the only true source of life and living, and then model their behavior and attitudes after God's Word, will there be any significant change. Man, in his arrogant attitude and attempt to guide himself, has never succeeded. He's incapable of doing so. Having said this, there are those who trumpet God and His will, whose behavior is far from the standards set forth within the Scriptures. Their continued practice of such hypocrisy is furthering all of the above as well. Do not wear the name of God while exhibiting the behavior of a heathen. In the final analysis, it is only Jesus Christ who can and will make a difference for any good in any life. All else is simply full of sound and fury while signifying nothing. This is Danny White for the Refuge Church of Christ.
744 and 73 degrees at WCLU. It's time for us to make our daily sojourn up the street here to 621 West Main Street in Glasgow. Bobby Lee Hurt is already at work. He's already swept off the front porch. He's ready for you to come in, set a spell, and talk about some fine vehicles that he's got on the lot at Hurt Auto Sales. Is that a fair introduction, son?
That's really fair, Henry. I couldn't put it any better myself. Hey.
Well, I mean, yeah, you can, because you got all the secrets. You've been doing some shopping. You've been pulling some strings to get that inventory up there in good shape for about the time that school is out and everybody gets thinking about summer vacations. This is the time to come up there and see, because I know you got some new arrivals you'd like to share this morning, Bobby Lee.
We sure do, Henry. As a matter of fact, speaking of school being out, all four of the vehicles this morning are third-row seats.
All right. I was going to say you're going to sell school buses, but hey, it's close, isn't it?
It's close. Some of them may look like a school bus.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, give me the scoop, son. Yeah.
I got a 2011 GMC Yukon SLT. Looks brand new inside and out, and leather sunroof loaded up for just $16,500.
There's never been a vehicle that you could say is built like a tank and be more accurate than that.
That's correct. And got a 2012 Ford Flex, local trade, third row, as I said earlier, but we've got it priced for only just $11,900 today, Henry.
My goodness. You want that move today, don't you?
We most certainly do. And speaking of good prices, a 2012 Dodge Durango, only $5,900. So hey, that's a bargain on this vehicle.
Big time.
Come in and check. Yeah. And speaking of bargains, got an 06 Honda Pilot, third row, sunroof, leather, loaded up as well, local trade. We've marked this one down to $2,500, Henry.
Wow, you can wrap up school, wrap up the week, and you can get that much money out of your Roy Tan cigar box you got for petty cash and buy that thing, can't you?
That's right. I remember those Roy Tan cigar boxes.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Back in the day, where you're looking for some money. Well, I got some cash here in the cigar box, and anyway, that was a different way of doing things.
A lot of folks have that for a cash register.
That's right.
Long that goes way back in the day, but we won't go there.
That's right. We've only been there.
We've been there. That's right. We can't go back.
So it seems to me like that you've got some things that folks really need to test drive up there today. It's going to be, might rain a little bit, but hey, why not test drive the windshield wipers? That's one of the most important features of a vehicle, and you can do that today if you come up there to Hurt Auto Sales. Or if you just want to talk about some things, or you've just sort of given us the tip of the iceberg. There's lots more things for people to see up there today to Hurt Auto Sales, Bobby Lee.
That's right. Come up and check us out, and we'll be sure to, or we'll do our best to send you home in one, Henry.
Yeah, and let's do the motto here, because folks really enjoy shopping with you for no other reason than this one, and that is
no pain when you trade with Hurt.
All right, Bobby Lee, and he says he's going to hang around for tidbits today, so I'm going to switch gears here and put the sounder on.
Okay.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
Now, I don't know. I thought when I was doing the research for today, I saw this. I thought of you because you've probably had somebody that bought a car for this reason before. There's a Texas driver, Bobby Lee, that was pulled over day before yesterday after being spotted walking a dog in an unusual way through the window of a moving car.
Hey, that is a little unusual, I would say.
Now, picture this, okay? Just draw your own picture here. This lady's name is Riley Campbell. Said she was at her father's office in Austin, Texas, when she spotted a driver moving at a slow speed down the road while holding onto the leash of a dog walking alongside of the car.
That sounds a little dangerous for the dog, you know.
So illegal, Campbell is heard saying on the footage of her cell phone. Said the driver was pulled over by police just after she stopped filming. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what law he might have been violating other than, you know, purposely looking like an idiot. I don't know if that's against the law or not. If it is, I've broken it.
I can see her making a right turn and the dog having to go a little wide.
That's right. Just got to tug on that leash here. Anyway, that's one way. Yeah.
Speed up a little here.
Be a responsible pet owner. Take your dog for a walk. But you take a drive to do so.
Take him for a drive, literally. Yeah. A walk and a drive, you know.
You can say that Hurt Auto Sales, they sell cars up there that are suitable, that the window does roll down on it, but you're not going to endorse that sort of.
I would hope they'd drive the dog somewhere and take him for a walk.
Yeah, take him. We have really nice dog walking areas here. The dog park up at Weldon Park is absolutely fabulous. Drive the car up there and get the dog out instead of walking the dog out the window of the car.
Yeah, it's gonna maybe the dog knew what. Maybe the lady was lost and the dog knew the directions where she was going or whatever. But
well,
I don't guess that'll fly.
No, it won't. I keep thinking, I just had this picture when I was reading a story of a guy forgetting and going to the drive-thru at McDonald's.
Yeah, that would be a little difficult.
Well, the dog would probably get the people would throw food out to the dog, I think.
That's right. The dog would have to squeeze in, when you made the turn.
That's right. All right. So let's say I had one more real quick story right here. I just wanted to, you've got kids and grandkids. You get a lot of toys, and sometimes you want to take the toys to the consignment store or something because they kind of pile up, right?
That's correct. We've done that a few times.
Authorities in Georgia say a child opened up a Lego box that he bought from a consignment store, and he found $40,000 worth of meth instead of plastic bricks.
Oh, God. That's a bad find there.
The Lego block. The Bullitt County Sheriff's Office said 3 women told investigators they purchased the box, which was labeled as containing Lego toys in Charleston, South Carolina. They brought it back to Statesboro. They gave it to a young child. Sheriff's investigators.
It's dropped the wrong box off.
That's right. The child opened the box and discovered a large bag of meth, which police estimated to be worth about $40,000.
Well, at least they turned it in. So that's a good thing,
Yeah, well, the story goes on to say that postal workers will sometimes not deliver to addresses dubbed vacant, or the unclaimed packages will later be auctioned off, and that's probably what happened to this one. So
most likely, yeah.
Just check the box in behalf of your children for sure.
Check it before you buy it, hopefully,
Yeah, that's what we have. Tidbit News, walking the dog, and check the toys. And come by Hurt Auto Sales.
Come and buy a car today would be a good start on it.
That's right, for sure. Bobby Lee, have a good day, sir. We'll talk to you soon.
And you also. Thank you, Henry.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hurt Auto Sales.
If you're going to improve your home and property by investing in a pool, doesn't it make sense to get it from somebody willing to put their name on it? Jeff Adams at Adams Pools and Supplies is ready to get the job started. Plus, they're having a spring sale to get you in the mood for fun in the sun. Right now, buy a Solstice 24-foot pool with a 20-year liner warranty and 30-year wall warranty. For a limited time, pay only $24.99. Bigger sizes at equally great prices. An 18 by 33 pool, $36.99. 15 by 30, $33.99. And a 27-foot pool, just $27.99. Adams Pools has local installers with decades of experience in installing pools. If it's an Adams pool, it comes with corrosion protection on all metal components using the most reliable coating in the industry. And of course, Adams Pools has everything you'll need after installation, like Vacuum-Seal non-chlorine chemicals. 270-866-2365. That's the number to call to get the ball rolling. 270-866-2365 on Grider Road in Russell Springs. No matter where you live in southern Kentucky, let Adams Pools do the job right.
Hello, I'm Anthony Myatt. Thanks for calling. How can I help you?
I need life insurance, but it's so complicated.
It can be. As a Modern Woodman agent, I'm trained to design the best plan for you.
Great. Thanks a lot. I'm so glad I called you.
Call me anytime at 427-6807.
Get to know your local Modern Woodman representative to plan for your financial future and learn about valuable member benefits. Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures. Securities offered through MWA Financial Services, Inc., a wholly owned subsidiary of Modern Woodman of America.
A Wendy's Frosty is something special, and for a limited time, a Frosty is just 50 cents. An American classic for a classic price. It's not quite a milkshake, not quite an ice cream cone. It's definitely chocolate or vanilla. That choice is on you. Use a spoon or a French fry. Anything goes. A Frosty makes summer special. Yep, there's nothing quite like a Frosty. And at Wendy's, we got you with a Frosty for 50 cents. Get yours before this deal melts away.
Small Frosty only at participating Wendy's for a limited time. Price and participation may vary in Alaska and Hawaii.
This is Terry Bennell, Chairman, President, CEO of the People's Bank. And welcome to our first segment called Banking on Business, sponsored by the People's Bank. We're delighted this morning to have with us Jamie Lowe. Jamie and her husband Brad are the owners of the Ritter House here in Glasgow. Jamie, great to have you on our segment this morning.
Well, it's great to be here.
Well, great. Tell us a little bit about the Ritter House.
The Ritter House is a meat and two type restaurant. We have daily specials every day of the week. Homemade desserts. Everything that we serve is made from scratch. We peel potatoes, make our mashed potatoes. We make all of our own desserts. We cook everything there in the restaurant. Every day we have a different special. It stays the same each week. So our Monday special is going to be the same every single Monday. We also serve things every day, like cheeseburgers, chuck wagons, BLTs, sandwiches of that nature.
They have some of the great cheeseburgers.
We do. I have the best cheeseburgers in the county.
You sure do. Now tell us a little bit about how you and Brad got into this business.
Brad and I have always wanted to own our own business, and restaurant ownership is something we'd always had an interest in. And a couple of years ago, the Ritter House came up for sale, and we just came to talk to Terry Bennell at the People's Bank, and he helped us out.
All right, when I go out to the Ritter House, you always have a great staff.
They are great. Cassie Smith is one of our main people that works at the bar, serving people food. A big part of our restaurant is relationships with people. Polly is a lady that works back in the kitchen, frying up burgers, cooking curly cues, onion rings, that kind of thing. She's there every morning at 5 o'clock, helping get things set up. And then we have one other lady named Leanne Patton that works back in the kitchen as well. But we know all of our customers very well. A lot of them know what their dietary restrictions are, and we serve them accordingly and try to make them feel at home and welcome every time they walk in the door.
It's a destination.
It is.
Y'all made it a destination for us. Jamie Lowe, co-owner of the Ritter House, the finest establishment in our community. Her husband Brad done a fantastic job with the restaurant and all the service and the staff there. Thanks for watching this segment of Banking on Business by the People's Bank. Tune in each Thursday at 7:55 and watch our next segment of Banking on Business, sponsored by the People's Bank.
Local folks, local food, local crafts, and local music. It's every Saturday when your hometown comes together to celebrate all of its bounty. It's Bounty of the Barons Farmers Market, a Kentucky proud event on the square in downtown Glasgow every Saturday now through the end of October. And the best part of Bounty of the Barons is that it's a local producers only farmers market, which means that you won't find anything like it anywhere else. We are Kentucky proud, featuring local produce, fresh cut flowers, beef, pork, lamb, chicken, cheese, honey, soaps, lotions, and a whole lot more. Enjoy socializing with hometown folks while you browse local vendors at the Bounty of the Barons, presented by Sustainable Glasgow and a Kentucky Proud event. Come out and visit us or check us out online at bountyofthebarons.com. Bounty of the Barons, every Saturday on the square in Glasgow, where we are Kentucky Proud.
Hope you enjoyed our first segment of Banking on Business, and if you didn't get to see it live on Facebook Live on EPB Channel 6, we'll have it up on our website here just in a little bit, so you can check that out. It was a great Round 1 first edition.
I start my day with coffee. Some days, you don't rely on me as much. Some days, you need me every few minutes. I may help you get dressed or brush your teeth. I may help you with toileting. I can tell when you're irritated or tired. I know you're frustrated because your family hasn't been to see you. Sometimes, I help you navigate pain. Some days, you don't like me very much, and that's okay. I may hold your hand if you're sad, or laugh with you when you're happy. I walk over 3 miles every day. I love what I do. I'm an RN. I'm an LPN. I'm a CNA. I'm a nurse practitioner. I'm a nurse. During Nurses Week, we at NHC salute you, our nursing staff. NHC Healthcare, Glasgow.
A local radio service of Royce Radio Incorporated. This is WCLU Glasgow. WCLU FM Munfordville, Glasgow.
By Capital One Bank.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. The Pope issues new rules to turn the tide on priest sex abuse.
These are the most concrete steps that we have seen so far coming from the Vatican.
Correspondent Seth Doan from Italy. After Pope Francis' groundbreaking announcement, Catholic priests and nuns around the world will be required to report clergy abuse and cover-up to their church superiors.
There are loopholes, for instance, information, allegations, or reports of abuse made in the confessional is still protected. That conversation a Catholic person has inside the confessional, that is still protected. So there are loopholes here that are certainly being criticized already.
Priests and nuns will not have to report violations to police. North Korea confirms it's fired a second missile test in less than a week. CBS News military analyst Jeff McCausland.
It is worrisome on two fronts. One, obviously, it's an attempt by them to put pressure on not only President Trump, but President Moon, I believe, in South Korea. Second of all, it appears in both these launches they may have involved a new shorter-range missile, which looks an awful lot like a Russian-built missile called the Iskander, which has a range of about 170 miles or so.
A U.S. envoy is in Seoul now trying to restart negotiations on denuclearization. The Republican-controlled Senate Intelligence Committee wants to get the facts straight about a 2016 Trump Tower meeting involving a Russian lawyer. It subpoenaed President Trump's son for another round of testimony. Loyola law professor Lori Levinson.
When Michael Cohen went to prison, he obviously left information behind, and now they're following up on that by pulling Don Jr. back in to see if he lied the first time he testified before Congress.
High-level trade talks between the U.S. and China are getting underway in Washington, despite the president's threat to increase taxes. CBS's Stephen Portnoy.
Threatened on the president's Twitter feed last weekend, the new tariffs were formalized yesterday in the pages of the Federal Register. The higher 25% tariff will increase the cost to American consumers of some $200 billion worth of Chinese goods. It goes into effect at midnight tonight.
Researchers are reporting a breakthrough in treating an infection resistant to antibiotics. Live to correspondent Peter King.
Scientists in the U.S. and U.K. say they use genetically engineered viruses to destroy bacteria. They're called bacteriophages, and they're a natural occurrence. In this case, doctors treated a 15-year-old patient with cystic fibrosis after a lung transplant. They say the intravenous treatment worked. One researcher says they're cautiously optimistic in an age where more bacteria are resistant to antibiotics. The research is published in the journal Nature Medicine. Deborah?
S&P futures down 28. This is CBS News.
Capital One is reimagining banking, offering accounts with no fees or minimums that can be opened in 5 minutes. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A. Member FDIC.
Let's think about customization presented by Liberty Mutual Insurance.
Liberty Mutual customizes your auto insurance so you only pay for what you need. So why aren't more things in life customizable? Like, why do I have to pay a full gym membership when I don't even use all the equipment? Like the rowing machine. I don't know about you, but I'm not doing a ton of manual lake travel these days.
Go to libertymutual.com for a customized quote and you could save.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Coverage is underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Equal housing insurer.
Honey, what should we make for dinner?
Attention shoppers, White Castle's famous sliders are available in the freezer aisle.
Oh, do they have that same one-of-a-kind taste as the sliders at the White Castle restaurant?
Yes.
Made with 100% beef on a bed of steamed grilled onions?
Oh, you know it.
Perfect. Whoa. Let's pick up a box right now for the whole family.
Oh, so you'll listen to her but not your own wife.
Baby,
Don't you baby me.
Sweetie,
No.
Ooh, drama on aisle 3. White Castle, find the slider variety you crave in the freezer aisle.
What happened on the inside made its way outside prison walls in the South.
Several South Carolina inmates faced charges after they were able to live stream on Facebook using contraband cell phones inside their maximum security prison. State Corrections Director Brian Sterling.
They go to prison and they're physically incarcerated, but virtually they're out there amongst us.
Sterling's agency is investigating how the inmates got around a system that manages prison telecommunications that was formulated after a deadly riot last year. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
The BBC has fired a broadcaster for posting about Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's newborn son, Archie. CBS's Vicky Barker from London.
The now deleted tweet showed a couple holding hands with a chimpanzee with the caption, "Royal baby leaves hospital." The broadcaster, Danny Baker, insisting it never occurred to him the image might be considered racist.
Markle is the first biracial member of the British royal family. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Are you more than $10,000 in debt? Feel like you're on a never-ending treadmill, staying in one place and never getting ahead with those minimum payments? You feel like there's no way out? Don't let the credit card companies bully you anymore. There are programs in place to help you get free of your debt, and you don't have to pay the entire amount you owe. The program at Total Financial Freedom can help you get debt-free in months instead of decades. Get off the debt treadmill and stop the harassment. Get free of credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards,